Welcome back to Coins, Numismatic series, the place where history, rarity, and value all come together in a single cent dot. So let's dive right into the value and intrigue behind these remarkable 1-cent coins, starting with one from the heart of the 1970s. 1970 for Lincoln penny 1-cent coin with mint mark D and fine condition. This coin, struck in Denver in 1974, carries not only the legacy of Abraham Lincoln's enduring tribute on American currency, but also the historical backdrop of an era in flux. America in 1974 was navigating the final years of the Vietnam War, recovering from the Watergate scandal, and facing inflationary pressures that would soon shift the coinage landscape. Against this economic and political backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln cent in large quantities, and yet, hidden within the mass mintage, are coins that today command the attention of collectors due to unique features, scarcity in certain conditions, and intriguing minting anomalies. The 197 for D Lincoln penny was struck from a bronze alloy to 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a composition that would be phased out just a few years later due to the rising cost of copper. This composition gives the coin its warm reddish-brown tone, which collectors refer to as RB when partial luster remains. A coin in fine condition may have lost much of that luster, but retains clear detail in Lincoln's profile and the surrounding inscriptions, such as "In God We Trust" along the top rim, "Liberty" on the left side, and the date 1974 with the small D mint mark just below it to the right. This D mint mark signifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's primary coin-producing facilities known for its volume and consistency. On the reverse, the familiar Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday, remains a symbol of numismatic tradition. In fine condition, the columns of the memorial may show some wear, especially in the central area, but the overall design remains distinct. Above the memorial reads "United States of America," with E Pluribus Unum centered above the building. At the base is the denomination, 1 cent, in fine condition. Collectors expect the coin to exhibit moderate wear, but full readability of inscriptions and core design elements. The official mintage of the 197 for D penny was a massive 4 to 135,098,000 pieces. At first glance, such a high mintage might suggest the coin is too common to be of interest, but the story doesn't end there. Despite its abundance, certain 1974 D cents command attention due to market trends, copper content, and especially the 1970 for aluminum cent experiment, which, although not tied directly to the D Mint issue, brought elevated interest to all 1974 pennies. The U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum cents in 1974 to reduce costs, striking more than 1 million test pieces, most of which were later destroyed. However, the intrigue surrounding this event has had a halo effect on regular issue 1974 cents, particularly well-preserved and error-laden examples. In terms of market value, a 1974 D penny in average circulated condition, such as fine, generally holds nominal value, just above face. However, coins in high grades like MS65 or better can fetch several dollars, with RB or red designations increasing desirability. Moreover, collectors actively seek out varieties such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped plankets, and die cracks. One known variety includes a 197 for D with a double die obverse, where inscriptions or the portrait show evidence of a secondary impression due to die misalignment during striking. These errors can elevate the value of a penny well into the hundreds, depending on condition and severity of the doubling. Another aspect that adds value is the growing interest in copper cents. Because copper prices have risen over time, the intrinsic metal value of a pre-1980 D penny, including the 197 for D, often exceeds 1 cent. While melting cents for metal value is currently illegal, this has not deterred collectors and speculators from stockpiling bronze cents like the 197 for D in hopes of future rule changes or broader collector demand. Collectors also factor in the eye appeal of a coin in fine condition. Even if it's circulated, a well-struck 1974 D penny with rich, even coloration and minimal distracting marks is far more desirable than one with scratches or uneven tone. Because the Denver Mint generally produced better struck coins than Philadelphia during the era, sharpness of detail can add a premium even in lower circulated grades. The 197 for D Lincoln penny thus stands as a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but reveals layers of numismatic intrigue. Between its transitional timing in the copper era its association with the pivotal experimental minting period, its potential for mint errors, and steady collector demand, this humble cent has more to offer than meets the eye. 1981 Lincoln penny 1-cent coin without mint mark and fine condition. Entering the world of the 1981 Lincoln cent means exploring the very end of an era in U.S. coinage. Just 1 year later, in 1982, the U.S. Mint would change the penny's composition from 95% copper to a zinc core with copper plating due to the high cost of copper. The 1981 penny, without a mint mark, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, represents the final full year of bronze cent production, making it a notable coin for collectors focused on transitional years and metal composition. The obverse design remains the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to mark Lincoln's 100th birthday, even in fine condition. The strong profile of Lincoln, the date 1981, and the motto "In God We Trust" are clearly visible. To the left is Liberty, and the absence of a mint mark beneath the date indicates the coin's origin in Philadelphia, the only mint at the time not using a mint mark on circulating coinage. The reverse design features the Lincoln Memorial, first introduced in 1959 and designed by Frank Gasparro. In a coin graded fine, the major design elements of the memorial, including its central columns, stairs, and inscriptions, remain intact, though there may be some smoothing on the high points. The words United States of America arc across the top, with E pluribus unum just beneath, and 1 cent stretching across the lower portion of the coin. While millions of these coins were produced, the specific details of condition, strike quality, and collector interest in the final bronze cents play a significant role in defining its modern value. The total mintage of the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln cent was an astounding 7,491,750,000 pieces. While this immense number suggests ubiquity, finer distinctions come into play when collectors seek coins in uncirculated or near pristine condition. For coins in fine condition, value is typically modest, often ranging between 1 and 10 cents in casual markets, but the 1981 cent's desirability grows when specific varieties or anomalies are involved. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1981 cent is that the U.S. Mint was using both Type 1 and Type 2 reverse dies during production. Type 1 reverse dies display more prominent lettering, while Type 2 features thinner, more delicate lettering, primarily in United States of America and E pluribus unum, while both types are common. Collectors enjoy distinguishing between the two and may place premiums on particular varieties when combined with high-grade conditions or error features. Speaking of errors, the 1981 Lincoln penny offers a variety of collectible oddities. Double dies, especially on the obverse, can show dramatic doubling in the date or inscriptions, and these are highly sought after when identified. Other errors include off-center strikes, die clashes where elements of one side show on the other, and even rare wrong planchette strikes, where a cent is accidentally struck on a dime or foreign coin planchette. Each of these errors can dramatically increase a coin's value, often bringing in hundreds or even thousands depending on rarity and visibility. What makes the 1981 Lincoln cent particularly appealing to collectors is its status as a closing chapter to the bronze cent era. Beginning in 1982, the mint transitioned to copper-plated zinc plankets, which although visually similar, are lighter and lack the same metallic resonance and wear characteristics as earlier copper-based cents. For many collectors, building a complete set of Lincoln cents from 1909 through 1981 means ending with this exact coin, the last full production year of the original alloy. As such, the 1981 cent holds historical and symbolic value, in addition to its aesthetic and monetary appeal. Additionally, some collectors specifically target coins from transitional years because these periods often yield unexpected varieties and production inconsistencies. Even though the 1981 no mint mark cent may seem common, its place on the edge of a composition shift, combined with potential for striking errors and reverse die varieties, makes it a coin worthy of closer inspection. From a collector perspective, coins in fine condition serve as an accessible gateway into the hobby, offering history and variety without high costs. Many hobbyists start with cents like the 1981 because they are readily available yet full of educational opportunities and collecting nuance. The enduring popularity of the Lincoln cent series, one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, ensures continued demand for even the most common dates when they offer interesting features or symbolic significance. In conclusion, The 1981 Lincoln penny without a mint mark encapsulates the final breath of the Bronze Cent era, while still carrying the legacy of Lincoln's image and the American values inscribed upon it. For collectors, this coin stands as both a historical artifact and a window into the numismatic stories woven into our everyday change. Whether found in a coin roll or acquired from a collector's set, the 1981 penny in fine condition represents more than a cent. It represents a piece of American coinage history just waiting to be appreciated.